Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Svetlana and today I wanna chat with you. Guess what I'm gonna chat with you? Of course about plants. Easy question, easy answer. Today we're gonna be talking about 10 specific houseplants that I picked up as my favorite plants of the month. I know this is not the original idea for the video. I know so many plant YouTubers have been doing this and even stopped doing these videos, but guess what? Every single month I find it like a very interesting challenge to myself to pick up only 10 plants that were really sticking out for me during that time period, and maybe something special about them happened, maybe I just acquired them and I just cannot stop drooling over them and stuff like that. So today is another day for this challenge. It's actually the last day of February as I'm filming this, so this is very appropriate, very on time I feel like, and hopefully it's gonna be entertaining and you will appreciate some of these plants and love them as much as I do. So without any further flipping ado, today we're gonna talk about plants. Okay. Okay. You know what? Okay, a little, I just cannot keep it to myself.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
I'm in a very good mood, can you tell? Actually, today was supposed to be a sunny day, but it's not. Surprise, surprise, Lithuania. But anywho, if the lighting is a bit odd, I do apologize. But who the flipping cares? Today we're gonna talk about fun stuff. Actually, I'm getting married. Oh my gosh, I just cannot. I'm getting married, guys. Finally, I've been engaged to my fiance for almost 4 years right now. I mean, this summer would be 4 years. And it's finally happening. I mean, we have been together for over 11 years, so it feels like, it feels crazy. It's so crazy, but we finally decided to flip and do it. Every single year after our engagement, something would happen. For example, the lockdown, or my dad passed away, or our first puppy passed away. I mean, this year we also have one baby that we lost, baby Yakari, but you know what, we thought enough excuses, we won't do anything grand and crazy. It's actually gonna be just the two of us. Just the two of us. If we try. Anyway, so just the two of us, even the family won't be there, so we're just gonna go, to the, how do you call it in English? Sign the papers that from now on I'm no longer Svetlana Yemelyanova. From now on I'm gonna have a different personality. New Svetlana's era is coming to town. So anyway, we're gonna do the recipient stuff. This is very formal language in English and I struggle with that, so sorry if you have no flipping clue what I'm talking about, but we're gonna just exchange rings, put our signatures on the paper, and we'll go straight to the honeymoon. So excited, so nervous, so excited, have so much plans already. At the same time, nothing will be happening once again, so we won't have crazy wedding, but it's still fun to plan, especially after waiting for almost 4 years, so the dress, the hair, everything. Oh, I'm so stoked. So just want to put it out there, this June is actually, on the first half of June, we're getting married, so more vlogish styled content is coming to the channel. I mean, after 3 months, but you get the idea. So I'm gonna take you on my honeymoon. Let me know if you want me to vlog our wedding as well, because I feel like this would be such a special video for us, to look back after years and years, hopefully, if everything is okay. Life likes to make jokes and stuff like that, but anyway, hopefully. So let me know if you would be down for that, or maybe I should just make this video for our personal use, I don't know. Anyway, since we have this out of the way, I just need to say it to somebody, because right now, since we just started to plan everything is so fresh, and I just want to scream to the world, I'm no longer gonna be Yemelyanova. This is such a difficult second name, surname. I struggled so much my whole life for the people whenever I need to say my full name for the documents and stuff like that, because I would always need to spell it letter by letter. Not anymore, no longer. Finally, we'll have way easier surname. Anyway, back to the plenty business. I just wanted to share it with you because I feel like I'm chatting with friends and I need to let you know. I'm so excited. Okay, back to business. Back to the plenty business. I'm not sure why this overall is just flipping, falling down and trying to... I'm glad I have a t-shirt underneath because my titties would be falling out. I mean, I don't have big titties, but they still would find their way out. Plants. Sorry. Why the heck are we talking about titties? Alright, so I have 10 specific houseplants that some of them are actually pretty new, others are OG plants. Like for example, one Hoya I wanna show. I didn't pick up another Hoya. Oh wait, maybe I should show another Hoya. This one actually grew oh my gosh, I actually have so many Hoyas I wanna show you with such a beautiful new growth. You know what? We're gonna go with this one just for the purposes of it being easy and like easy to reach, because the other one is in a greenhouse. So the variegated ones I'm gonna hold for the future videos. Oh my gosh, this flipping overall gonna be working on my nerves. Sorry about that. Okay, plants. So the first plant is actually my rescue, my houseplant rescue that I found outside of my neighborhood, like in my neighborhood outside of my home. It was laying right next to the garbage containers, and I rescued it during the winter months when it was a bit crazy with the weather, if you know what I mean. It was freezing cold temperatures, but I managed to save it, and right now it just won't stop blooming for me, and it won't stop growing new growth, which is so rewarding. This is my Euphoria Milia. I'm not sure if you remember it. I have a whole video about the rescue of it, what I was doing and stuff like that. So here's a link if you haven't seen this video yet. I mean, you should, like, what the heck are you doing? But this is Euphoria Milia that I rescued. It was one singular, humongously long branch. I mean, if you are familiar with Euphoria Milia, you probably are used to see them like pretty tiny, you know, pretty thin branches of it. Look at this chunker. Just look at this. I mean, this probably can can finally be taken off because they already have roots. I actually tried to take them out and the resistance is insane in there. So they're finally happy. Just look at all of those beautiful new branches it's giving me right now. One is actually struggling here in the middle, being scrunched a bit, but you know, life is life, what we can do. Actually, the very top of this plant won't stop blooming, and some of the blooms are a little bit more peachy, others are a little bit more pinkish. No idea what makes it being a bit different colors, but I enjoy every single time because it feels like a lottery. And yeah, this plant is actually thriving in my home, which is so fun to say because I was a bit worried for it because once again I rescued it in the winter. It was freezing temperature outside and I was not sure if I will be able to do anything about it. I guess my love and some TLC did make it happy. I'm so excited. So plant number one, just very rewarding rescue mission that I just, honestly, it stands right here on the windowsill, so no like particular lighting situation for it or anything. It just does its thing on its own and I'm so happy about it because it's such an easygoing plant and I just love this dark green foliage. It's so beautiful. Cannot wait for the leaves grow even bigger and crazier. Look, it's like a cacti and a palm in one. This is so fun. Cannot wait for this one to have branches. So I'm gonna have like this tiny forest in this pot. Oh, so exciting. Okay, let's put this one aside. It's probably enough of showtime for this baby. Alright, another plant is actually a pretty new plant that I received as a gift from a local houseplant store, my favorite houseplant store called Kambarinės gėlės in Lithuanian, or houseplants in English. Simple, very easy to remember. And this particular plant, actually the owner gifted me when she found out that baby Akari passed away, my pet passed away, and we actually had been chatting a little bit about our pets because she has dogs as well, and she was the sweetest person ever and gifted me a bouquet and, you know, a very beautiful card with beautiful words that, you know, supported me, which was very sweet and, you know, very unexpected at the same time. So as well with the bouquet, she gave me this beautiful Zamia Furfuracea, which I know right now doesn't look like much, but it's actually such a beautiful plant. I will leave a picture, for example, in here if you want to see how it looks in its full potential, and it looks so beautiful. It feels like a dinosaur plant. I love this little bulb in the bottom because it feels like cycas, you know, that palm that actually I cannot grow in my apartment. And this specific Zamia is actually doing so far so good. Nothing like new yet, not new growth I have been noticing, but maybe with some time, maybe with some more sunlight. Tomorrow is spring already, so everything will finally do something, because for now it looks a bit wonky. but just let's give it some time, some love, and from there on we're gonna talk about it. But for now, I just love and appreciate it. Every single time when I look at this plant, it just reminds me of that beautiful gesture, that period when I was feeling very alone, and I wasn't that alone in, you know, all of that pain and stuff like that, because she also lost a couple of her beloved puppies slash, you know, they were already grown up dogs in the year prior to that, so she really understood my pain, and that made the pain for me a bit easier, knowing that I'm not alone and a lot of people go through stuff like that. So just a beautiful reminder, very significant plant, and I love this baby, to be honest with you guys. Alright, moving on to something a little bit more colorful and fun, and this time I want to talk about my Puffia Pedum orchid. I actually, once again, very same nature of like getting this plant. I was feeling very upset and, you know, very sad during that period when everything was still pretty fresh when my puppy passed away. So my fiance decided to let me pick any plant I wanted from one specific big box store, and this is the plant I came home with. The fun part about this plant is actually not one singular one. First of all, of course, the freaking bloom is looking gorgeous. The color on this is so insane. I actually wanna have wedding bouquet in this color, so that deep burgundy color, also maybe my lipstick, maybe my nails, you know, so everything will go together. But anyway, let's not go there yet. So what I love about it, blooms, of course, and the foliage, it actually feels like a reptile texture looks on it. The colors, everything, like this, the underneath of the leaf is so beautiful purple. And the fun part is that this beautiful Puffia pedilum not only has a baby, but from the actually two babies. Oh wow, okay. But also from the very same like mother plant, it pushed out a new bloom. But look at this. This is so promising. I cannot wait for the other bloom to open. I wonder if it will be blooming like two beautiful blooms at once, or maybe this will die off and another then will take over of the gorgeousness. Who knows? This is why growing houseplants is so fun, because you never know what to expect, and this definitely was a big surprise for me, because it was already in bloom and the next thing I expected for the bloom to die off and the mama plant die off so the babies can take off. I guess it had other plans. Oh, I'm so excited. Look at this gorgeous cute. I actually planned to repot it after it rebloomed, but I guess we're gonna need to postpone that once again. Not that fun part is that I can see that there probably is living some kind of worm, because I can see lots of poops over here. So technically it's not that bad for the plant, but also the worm can be eating or like disturbing the root system, the root ball on this plant. So I'm like 50-50. I'm a bit worried, but at the same time I'm kind of okay-ish with that. So yeah. Let's put it away. Moving on to the Hoya problem that I just picked up. This is my beautiful Hoya Lemonade that I had one singular cutting off, and I decided to propagate it. And I think I cut it in 3 different pieces, and finally it started to show not only like growth points, but look at this new leaf it just pushed out. How beautiful, veiny, and already sizing up from the mama like cuttings leaves. It's so exciting for me. You have no idea to see all of that beautiful growth, and it's already is working on more baby leaf right here. Also we have some new growth points shooting from the other cuttings, for example in here. So very sweet plant. I love it so much. It grows simply on my shelf without any like greenhouse conditions, not much humidities right now in my apartment and all of that, and it's flippin' thriving. It's loving in here, and I'm so excited to see even more leaves coming out. Of course later on I think I'm gonna need to trail it, but so far it looks fabulous in this recycled candle holder. So beautiful. That new leaf is awesome. Awesome blossom. Alright, plant number 5 probably is gonna be an obvious choice for you, because I actually not that long ago unboxed unboxed this particular plant with some other plants. And guess what? Of course I'm talking about my beautiful monkey's tail cacti. I appreciate all of your beautiful comments about, you know, the choices I made in this video while repotting new plants into new pots, and how much you as well loved this pot choice for this plant. I mean, Look at this cutie. It already feels like it's maybe growing. At least this one definitely looks way fresher, like the top of the cacti. The color of it looks way fresher. So maybe it is growing. It's actually standing on my table so I can see it every single day and appreciate it. Plus, it gets blasted by one of these beautiful Scentsy lights that are actually working wonders. So really happy about this plant. This is that fluffy cute cacti that, sometimes some cacti look so fluffy, but whenever you touch them you get like poked so deeply, and maybe sometimes even the like little what do you call this, little spikes are even left in your finger. This is definitely not that cacti. You can actually pet it and enjoy the fluffiness and fuzziness of it, and it's so sweet. I love it so much. Beautiful monkey tail cacti. I just cannot stop looking at it, and I cannot wait for it to grow fluffier. I mean, the very tops look so fuzzy as well, so cannot wait to see it to get a bit crazier and show me, some more tail action going on. I mean, this one definitely is already doing that. So cute. Love this cacti to pieces. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite purchases this year, hands down. Hands down. Moving on to my beautiful Hoya. Once again, this is actually gonna be the last Hoya in this list, don't worry. For those who are not big fans of Hoyas, this is the last one, but this is actually my OG Hoya. This is the first Hoya I ever had, and probably lots of people can say that their first Hoya ever was simply Hoya carnosa. This one is actually Splash, and it's gorgeous. I actually propagated it about a month ago, and I started to propagate it in the end of December, and last month I think I already finally planted all of the cuttings together with the mama plant, and just look how bushy it already looks. This is actually a plant that needs a bit of TLC, and I need to wash it probably in my shower because it got a bit dusty pretty quick for some flipping reason. But anywho, very beautiful plant. We still can appreciate how gorgeous it is. I love how almost you cannot see the pot, and this is definitely looking so beautiful. In the shelf behind me, whenever I'm filming, you can see the empty spot over here right now. This is where it stands. So it's blasted with light, and hopefully soon it's gonna be growing, like trailing and looking fabulous. So cute. Such a beautiful plant. Ah, I just love how bushy this pot is. So gorgeous. Okay, we actually have 4 plants left, and these ones gonna need my workouts. Alright, the sixth one I wanna bring and show you is actually the Euphoria you saw in my previous video. Of course, I could not pick any plants from that haul because the haul was so awesome, and I'm still so happy about it. You're also gonna see another plenty update on one of the plants from that haul, but let's first talk about Euphoria. Of course, look at this giant. How would I not add this plant into my list? This is such a beautiful specimen. It's beautiful, variegated, gorgeous, so chubby, and it's already so big. Whenever you're buying plants from the stores, this one wouldn't be a cheap one, of course, and I'm so grateful for Bruno for gifting me this plant for free. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, here is a video link if you want to check it out. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite plants in collection already. I'm gonna be honest with you, my hands are a bit itchy to cut it and maybe in that way make it go like bushier to grow new branches. Not sure how much that would work, but I wanna postpone it if I ever will do it to the springtime, so maybe in April or something like that when we'll have already more sunlight. But yeah, I think I wanna do it, and then the top plant together with the mama plant, so we're gonna have like a bushier pot in here, way more action going on than just one. I mean, don't get me wrong, this looks awesome as it is already, right? But why not to experiment with your plants? I mean, this is always so fun. Of course, it can be like hit or miss, but you never know before you try it. So definitely one of those plants that just makes me like, I cannot believe in my life sometimes. The things I get from you guys sometimes are just mind-blowing, and this is definitely one of those that just makes me sit in my chair and just appreciate beautiful friends that I have and I met because of this platform. So once again, shout out to Bruno. Love it. Alright, we have 3 plants left, and these ones I left for the very end because they have trips. They flippin' have trips, and oh my gosh, I've been fighting with trips so much. Actually, do you remember me mentioning that I bought beneficial bugs for that? Well, all of those bugs turned out to be dead probably. Not a singular flippin', not a singular beneficial bug escaped that bag and done its business. I already contacted the shop owner and we're working things out because it wasn't working. My fiance is calling. Give me a moment. And we're back. Okay, so let me show you a couple plants. Of course, it wasn't easy choices. I wanted to show you more plants. But these plants made the cut. So let's go straight into the business. Of course, I want to talk about my beautiful philodendron splendid. This one is actually from another subscriber of my channel. My friend, like, wait, what I was calling him? My beautiful plenty fairy godfather Urash. Here it is right now. Look at me now. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with Selena Gomez songs. They just keep on popping in my head lately. But just look at this. So I received this plant as one singular cutting. I still have the mama plant leaf. Like this is the leaf cutting that I received. Like one singular note. You can see that note picking right here, right? So what I did, I propagated it actually in pond and then decided to transfer it back to soil because I wanted to have it on a moss pole. And guess what? This plant is flipping loving its life. As you can tell, it's already sizing up. For example, this is like previous leaf and this is the newest leaf and it's still fresh and getting larger as we speak, and hopefully. So very beautiful plant. Whenever I look into the shelf, I always just feel so happy because I can see all of my projects and my prize possessed plants just standing in there and thriving. So of course right now the main job for me slash the main task for me is to get rid of those strips. We're working on it, guys, but yeah, beautiful plant, and that new leaf is actually making me so flippin' happy. I mean, that previous leaf already looked so nice and I love that heart-shaped leaf, but the other one is definitely way more chubby and beautiful, and I love the fresh color of these leaves. It is such an easy philodendron. I mean, if we would need to compare Svericosum, that's actually one of the like parents of this hybrid, is such way more difficult than this splendid, like the baby of it, like the hybrid of that parent plant. So definitely would recommend this beautiful plant. I actually even saw, I think in previous video, or maybe, I mean, I'm not watching the videos in order, so one of the newest videos of Wild Fern, she was talking about her own philodendron splendid and how she's excited to grow it back, you know. So beautiful plant. People are saying it's an easy one. I'm saying it as well. My home doesn't have any humidifiers. I have one baby one in here that I turn on maybe once a month when I remember to do so because it's actually kind of broken. But anyway, so this is such an easy and beautiful plant. The most difficult part is just to keep this moss pole wet, but I think I'm nailing it. I think I'm nailing it so far. So beautiful philodendron splendid. Let's put it aside. Alright, another one, of course, I could not include this beautiful plant from the background, even though it has strips. Give me a moment. This is my gorgeous, beautiful Monstera Thai constellation that actually just gave me the newest leaf that is so flippin' variegated and beautiful. We still do not have fenestrations on this one, which is kind of weird because we already had fenestrations on the 2 leaves before that. The newest was without, so I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe that's because it's the winter growth. But the new leaf, just look at this big blob of variegation. The leaves are actually a bit wrinkled, so maybe I need to water it. But this portion of the leaf looks insane. This is the largest blob of variegation I had throughout this whole plant. And it's a beast. Oh my gosh, we're getting a bit out of control over here. But it's such a beauty. I cannot stop like drooling over this plant, and this is definitely probably my #1 favorite plant in my whole collection. I just cannot stop staring at it and loving it with every part of my heart. This is like, this is a dream. I even want a tattoo on this plant. So it's that crazy. Actually, I just want to put it down because once again it's having trips right now, so don't want to just fly them all around my home. As you can tell, we have lots of different stuff working on those strips. We have some tape that these bugs are getting attached to. We have some beneficial bug bags that are not working, but we're still keeping them just in case maybe some bug decides to like walk out of that bag and help this baby out. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful specimen. I just cannot get over how beautiful it is. Actually, the roots on these plants are so crazy. So right now I need definitely to get rid of those pests, and then I need to repot it because it's getting out of control. The roots are just everywhere and they're getting out of the pot already. So soon probably I'm gonna need to repot it, so stay tuned for that. Probably kind of gonna be a pretty messy video because it's insane. It's insane. Alright, and last but not least is actually another plant from one of you. Oh, actually I forgot to mention, this is a plant also from one of my subscribers slash friends. This one I call my beautiful fairy godmother Gerda, of course, of course. Oh, she gave me more plants, but this is like definitely one of my favorites. Together with Hoya Svetlana. I mean, Hoya Kalimantan also is beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's difficult to pick, okay? It's very difficult to pick favorites. Anywho, oh, I'm sorry for removing you guys. The last one on the list is actually this beautiful Hoya Multiflora. This is actually a variegated Hoya Multiflora. If you look close enough, you can see that new baby leaves are having variegation on the edges of the leaves. These are actually growing in my care already, so I'm really excited about it. Actually, I noticed that it had trips, so I need to treat it, and that's why right now it stands in the spawn dish, because I need to get rid of all of the soil and, you know, make the whole treatment, all of that. But anyway, the fun part about it, not only it's growing for me new leaves and new tops as we're speaking, it also grew a peduncle. Look at this! This is my first ever Hoya Multiflora, and to already have it like as a bigger cutting than one singular like note cutting, and already have it variegated version of this plant, and it's already giving me a peduncle. My mind is just getting blown away by all of that happening in my home, because this is definitely one of my wishlist plants that been on the list maybe for 2 or 3 years right now. So to finally have it and it feeling so good, even though the trips, you know, got in the way of that. Need to check on them. Need to check on this plant once again. I actually sprayed it with pesticide, but just in case, because right now I don't trust this plant, you know. That's why it's like the last one in this video, and that's why it's in dome, because it's very special and dangerous at the same time. Beautiful, beautiful plant. Flippin' peduncle in action, flippin' variegation in action. It just being so cute and gorgeous and beautiful. Definitely need to be on the list. Alright guys, and I won't be keeping you any longer. These are all 10 of my favorite houseplants of February, maybe even slash January, because I did not film this kind of video in January, I think. Maybe even not in December, so it's been a while. So hopefully you will enjoy it. Let me know which one of these choices was your favorite. Of course, I have many more plants that I would love to share and show you how beautiful they're growing. Actually, my variegated Hoyas right now are going crazy. So, you know, if you want to see more these kind of videos, let me know in the comments, and I will know that next month I'm gonna need to do another one. So let's chat about that stuff in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more plenty content, and of course, before leaving you, let me teach you another language lesson. You know what, since I have this overall, let me teach you overalls, I think. Let me teach you how to say overalls in Lithuanian and in Russian. If you want to say overalls in Lithuanian, you need to say kombinezonas. Once again, kombinezonas. Not an easy one, huh? And if you want to say it in Russian, it's actually pretty same without the ending "us." So if you want to say it in Russian, you need to say kombinezon. Once again, kombinezon. Actually, Russian language is more soft, so I mean, probably wouldn't agree, because I feel like most people feel like believe the Russian language is like very angry and very like in your face, but at the same time, me speaking 3.5 different languages, I feel like Russian is the softest one, so have the softest letters and pronunciations of words. For example, in Lithuanian we say kombinezonas, which sounds kind of tough, but when you say it in Russian, kombinezon, it's way softer, isn't it? Or maybe it's just in my head, I don't know. But anywho guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video and hopefully I'll see you in my next one.